Why, hello, everyone. Good to see you. Paul Trani here. Hello, Annika, Frank, Michelle, Rick Adams in the house. Let me know if I'm just coming in loud and clear. Hopefully, you could hear me and I am not on mute and all that good stuff. So, always like to kind of check audio levels, but it's good to have you here. Welcome. It is Monday, April 26th. It's going to be a good day, and I'm so glad you guys are here. This is a new show where we're going to be tackling, actually, let me scoot my big head over, all this fun stuff. We'll talk about guests that we're going to have this week, some news, we'll look at some new creative, community spotlight, free stuff, questions and tips, and all that fun stuff. So we've got a lot going on. So, awesome. Yeah, get your hard hat. Let's get to rocking. Awesome. Hello, Hamza. I see you over there as well. Okay, so I'm going to kind of jump into this, Hamza. Good to see you. Harry as well. Harry Rutherford. If you're joining me on other platforms, feel free to jump over to behance.net/Adobe Live, especially if you have a question. But we're going to have a fun week. We obviously have some amazing guests, as you can see right here. Here and here and here and here. Everywhere. So audio is solid. That's good. Sometimes it will sometimes just output to one sort of left or right speaker, but I'm glad it's working out okay. Good. All right, fantastic. These are artists that we have this week, and yeah, Fury, you see what's going on. We'll get to Aaron Nace in a second, but you can see right up here, we have the lovely Danni Pollhen. So we're going to review these awesome portfolios. Give me 1 second to just pull them up. Like so, and let's have a good time today. Awesome. Yeah, let me switch over. And here we are. Yes, it's working and all that good stuff. Andrew, what's up, buddy? Good to see you here. Andrew Kavanaugh, good to have you here, man. All right, so you can see right in here, we have Danni Pollhen who's going to be actually creating some work that's basically creating different characters, a portrait series, and you can see all of her work. It's pretty darn amazing. Like, look at this. Again, talk about strong, made with Adobe Fresco with vector brushes and Adobe Illustrator. Yeah, that's really cool. What I like about Adobe Fresco's vector brushes is they are tapered, which are super nice. Okay, so again, you can see her work, and she's going to be with us today, in fact, in about an hour. So thank you, Fury. I am back. Yeah, Friday, just so you know, I had a power surge and kind of fried the sort of outlet power to my fiber, basically, my network. So, yeah, basically, power surge killed my internet. But again, great work. This is going to be super fun. Kind of learning from her and seeing her work in Fresco and, of course, Adobe Illustrator. It's going to be awesome. So, yeah. I'm looking forward to her. Also, don't forget to follow these lovely people as well, as I'm doing right now. Now you can see Danni, like, right there. Next, we have up, I don't know how to say their name. I don't even want to attempt. Jeez, this is one of those times where I don't even want to say anything, but we'll do it. Aoife O'Dwyer. Aoife O'Dwyer. Love the website, though. So, they're going to be creating a sort of a community web platform design. But I love this website. As you roll over, you could start to see this preview of all these different, of course, mock-ups and designs, which I think is really cool. It's just such a cool website. So shout out to, let's just take a look. Maybe you'll have pronunciation under the About section. Nope. So anyway, it's going to be awesome. I love it when I have new people. It's going to be their first time. That's going to be super cool. Also, it's not going to be his first time, but we have Aaron Nace. Aaron Nace is going to be joining us on Wednesday and Thursday, just so you know. We're going to learn all about his pro tips and greatest hits, which is going to be pretty awesome. So yeah, Aaron Nace. Why am I not following him? But you could also, you might know him more as Flern. So check out Flern's work. Aaron Nace, again, there's a handful of people who are like, man, I'm going to learn so much. Like I want to host them. Why am I not hosting Aaron? But Aaron hardly doesn't even need a host. But again, what do we got? 200 plus pro tutorials. Look at this. Come on now. Look at all this. He's built an empire. So, and you get to watch him for free, which is awesome. Here, hey, it costs money. You get to see his pro tips for free. Yeah. So that's going to be super cool. Yeah, James Fritz, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Yeah, Danni's work is beautiful, and her color palette is pretty amazing. So couldn't agree more. How fresh and tuned in is this color palette, by the way? So it's going to be good. But again, huge fan of Aaron Nace. Going to see some amazing work, of course, from Aaron, which is going to be awesome. And then we have branding and design from Jack Forrest. Let me just Jack Forrest. There we go. There we go. Let's pull up Jack Forrest as well. Doing branding, right? So specifically is going to be doing, some branding design, and it's going to be good. So right up here you can see it's from Sydney, cheersjack.com. Also, the same thing with his color palette. It's going to be pretty amazing as well. Like, again, more on the primary end of things, like a primary sort of color wheel, those primary colors, but still super strong, right? Again, it kind of has a retro look, and I'm into it, right? Again, this stuff helps it stand out. Umacorn, what's up? Rick Adams in the house. Awesome. Space Kitten is here. Cool. So this is going to be really fun. I think we have a strong lineup, as you can tell. Illustrators, of course, UX, UI. We get into photography with Aaron, and then some branding. So it's going to be a good week. Just kind of turn it on and see what happens. So, again, in terms of what's happening, let's go ahead and take a look at the news for our industry. All right, and we're back. What's up? So yeah, can we talk about this a little bit? Can we talk about Apple's event, right? Spring loaded. Were you guys into it? Did you guys like any of this stuff? We can talk about everything that was announced. Not everything, but just the highlights, right? Yeah, we have a new iMac. Yeah, because what an iMac needs is maybe color on the outside. Said no one ever. I'm just joking. I gotta stop. But beautiful iMacs. They're gorgeous. They're nice and thin. Biggest kind of complaint I've heard coming out of this is like the fact that there are no extension ports for anything. So it's like, why do I need all these adapters? Let me just plug in a USB, USB-C, that sort of thing. So that's some of the criticism that they've gotten. But otherwise, I think they're absolutely gorgeous, by the way. Gorgeous iMacs. Let me know what you guys think, right? We can scroll down. Of course, iPad Pro is going to have the M1 chip. As if it's not fast enough, that's going to be even more impressive how fast these go to rival laptops, because that's kind of what this is looking like. It's looking like a laptop, these iPads, right? Good thing we have, Photoshop, Illustrator, and other apps on these platforms running like natively, right? So that's super cool that's happening. So, yeah. I like this new, the new keyboard as well. Okay, so everything's bigger, faster, stronger, all that stuff. AirTags, of course. If you're losing things, who loses stuff? I lose stuff all the time. I can't even, where's my wallet? But I have Tile. Do you guys have Tile? So I typically use Tile. There's one in my wallet. There's usually one in my luggage. There's one in my computer bag, and just keeps track of things. I'm interested in AirTags, which will actually kind of course, show you where your keys are, point you to them, to that direction. You can actually kind of take a look at some of that in here through, let's scroll down. I want to get into some of the details a little bit because a built-in speaker, of course, so you could hear it. Here we go. It's using this ultra wideband technology, which I don't know enough about, but I'm totally interested in this. So we'll see. I think they're like 30, 40 bucks, US dollars. So should be good. I think it actually I don't know if it pings other iPhones to determine where your tag is as well, or where your air tag is, but that would be cool to yeah, Annika, this gives direction as well. So yeah, any updates on Adobe apps for M1? Yeah, we're working on it now. Like as soon as they come up with the technology internally, we try to get involved as much as possible. And I think the latest is, I know Illustrator were, actually I should double check on that. Adobe Illustrator M1 chip. This is kind of, yeah, of course Illustrator will work. I'm just trying to see where that's at. I know it's in certain, yeah, there we go. Yeah, so I know internally we have a beta for Illustrator, and we already have Photoshop and Lightroom running with M1 chips, and I've tested it out. It's pretty fast, so of course you would expect that. All right, let's move on. Enough about that. Enough. Let's talk about some more things. Let's talk about just some fun art and different things that are happening. Like, I thought this was cool. We had Earth Day last week. Ooh, Starlink Wi-Fi is almost fully launched. Yeah, I saw somebody posted on Facebook that they actually have it as well. Awesome. Yeah, we had Earth Day last week, which lots of campaigns ran, including this one from Fat Tire, which I think is actually just really cool in general. It's called Torched Earth. So it's all about bringing attention to climate change and things like that. So instead of using hops, instead of fresh hops, they're using hop extracts and dandelions. Like things that, like, if the earth is scorched, what could you use to make beer? And that's exactly what they did. Smoke tainted water. Like, you could actually buy this too, which again, I think is great marketing. Super cool. So I'm into it. Scorched Earth. Which is a cool name too. Scorched Earth, right? So again, just challenging companies to have a climate plan, of course, is the idea. Again, super cool. We won't go through too many of these, but I do want to talk about some more stuff as well. For those of you who are interested, I know these are mostly just, obviously, sort of visual creatives. Well, creatives in general. I don't mean to exclude those who do create audio and stuff like that. But in general, we have Adobe Summit happening and starts tomorrow, just so you know. Adobe Summit is more along the lines, let me open it up. You could literally go to summit.adobe.com. And it's more about Experience Cloud and all of the... Let's go to it. Let's take a look. Hold on. Wait. Switch over with my other hand. Boom. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. Free virtual event, by the way. So, yeah. It's all about marketing, experience marketing, and yeah, here we go. Yeah, I'm just kind of scrolling through some of this. And yeah, if you're using Adobe Experience Manager or any of the tools that were once Omniture, thank you. There's the word I'm looking for. That's why you'd probably be interested in Adobe Summit. And you can see Serena Williams, Dan Levy will be there, amongst others. But again, the whole thing is that it's free, so go to summit.adobe.com and check it out if you're interested. So shout out to them. Marketing sounds exciting. Yeah, sounds exciting. Yeah, I kind of want to check out the sessions. This will probably give us a better idea as well. Jump into the whole Sunshine catalog, take a peek. So again, Adobe Analytics type stuff, right? 3 ways to build a marketing system of record. A lot of that tracking, things that are working, what aren't, what isn't, that sort of thing. Fundamental steps of becoming data-driven. Things like that. Big words to impress your boss. All right, so let's move. That's starting tomorrow. Let's move on. All right, got your calendar synced. Cool. Oh yeah, you can make dandelion tea. Exactly right. Yeah, I feel like that's very much like a depression era thing to do, but I have not had dandelion tea, but I'm into it. Yeah, so we all know Clubhouse. Well, what's around the corner are a bunch of Clubhouse sort of iteration, the Clubhouse sort of, I don't know, knockoffs. Because, of course, Facebook's coming out with one. It's going after Clubhouse and podcasts, just a whole suite of new audio products coming to Facebook. I bet you could imagine that this was going to happen, right? If it's something big that's happening in the industry, you have these big players jumping in and saying, hey, you know, we're going to make our version of X. So you can check those out as well. An audio-only version of Rooms, case. You can invite people up on stage just like good old Clubhouse, and then a podcast discovery product. And not only that, but Reddit has one coming out as well. Reddit unveils its Clubhouse clone. It's called Reddit Talk, which this looks like so much like Clubhouse. It's ridiculous, don't you think? So much like Clubhouse. All right. Reverb Mark, are you growing hops in your backyard? Yeah, Space Kitten, take notes on Adobe Summit. Get into these various apps if you want to. If you like Clubhouse, yeah, the knockoffs are coming. That's all I wanted to share with you. Muriel, hello. Harry Rutherford, I know you're probably asking a question there. Super long question. Something about challenges. I like it. All right. Let's move on to some creative work. All right, and we're back. I wanted to share this with you guys because I thought this was super creative. And again, you can go to behance.net. Actually, I want to / gallery will work. Let's see. It'll take me right to, okay. Anyways, let's switch over. You can always go to this Discover page on Behance and check out new work. I thought this was pretty cool. We have this font that Gabrielle Nazoa has created, and I wish I would have thought of it. It's called Arial New Roman. So it's a combination of Arial and, of course, Times New Roman, which looks really cool. Look at this. It's, of course, a mix of between Arial and Times New Roman. Yeah, I'm into it. All right, let's just take a chance, take a moment to enjoy it. Shall we? Let's just, like, enjoy that. All right. Isn't it cool? Again, scroll down, you can check that out. This is one of those things when I see it, I'm like, oh, I wish I had thought of that and executed on it. It's very cool. So, on the heels of this, I also wanted to point out for inspiration, 36 Days of Type. We're in the midst of it. I think we're at V. Okay, 36 Days of Type. You take a letter and you create something based on that letter. Best thing to do is actually go to Instagram and go to 36 Days of Type. I probably could have jumped to it from here, possibly. Yeah, right down here. Or not. There we go. We're at V, but this is a great place to get inspiration. This is why I like our daily creative challenges as well. It's like, let's take something simple and have some fun with it and maybe make something cool. So you can see all the V's that have been made recently, right? And the U's, which are just gorgeous, right? So whether you want to get into 3D, some more sort of Illustrator work, whatever the case may be, it gives you a chance to have some fun getting involved in 36 Days of Type. That's all. It is fun. You should try it. It's good discipline to build, of course. Anything you do, sort of whether it's a 10-day or 10-day creative challenges that we have or something like this, it's just like, you know what? Repetition's going to just make you an expert. You can't help but become an expert. So, into it. Chris Georginus is in the house, everybody. What's up, Chris? Good to see you. Design inspiration. Nice. Yeah. Cool. You guys got it. Okay. I always run out of time with these. I want to kind of jump in and talk about something that I started to talk about last week. And there we go. I wanted to talk about other apps, and this is what I'm going to close with. Like, I could talk about, so file this under pro tips. We can talk about apps that you have on your desktop, of course, are going to be, your Photoshops and your Illustrators, but the other apps that I find really helpful, right? So one of those, as I just showed on this list, is called Bartender, right? So right up at the top, just so you guys know, I don't know if we talked about this. I didn't get to show it last week. This is Bartender, hides everything at the top. And then when I just roll over, that's when it pops up, Dropbox and other apps, as you can see. So I use Bartender a lot. We can actually get to and control those. We can go into preferences, and here's all the things that you can control. So you can control that layout and all that stuff. I think it's pretty fancy. I made a Bartender. Hopefully you know about it, right? Sweet. Another thing I use, I'm all about hiding content, like put content away, right, until I need it. Same thing goes for all my notes. Now I use Evernote, but honestly, I use this right up here. Let's just go ahead and cut that out so you don't see that. But right up here, I use Unclutter. This is called Unclutter. So I just swipe down with my mouse, and then here's all these random notes for like a ticket number. And like, I got to turn in the rough draft for content for the Illustrator Daily Creative Challenge. Like all these little notes that I'm like, okay, so-and-so said this or whatever. You guys get the idea. It will actually... you have a clipboard history, so you can see what I've been copying, right? Copied that, copied this, right? And then you have, even if you have files that you access a lot that you don't want on your desktop, hey, it's right here. Super easy to get to, and I'm a huge fan of Unclutter, right? Another thing I like to do is, of course, use the zoom controls, but also use, Pro Mouse. I use what's called Pro Mouse as well. So sometimes when I'm sort of... doing something in Illustrator. So let's open up Illustrator, which again, gets kind of intense. I can just highlight this area and I could use it together. So I could actually zoom in and then also highlight something. So I find that really helpful. Pro Mouse. Pro Mouse also lets you draw. So let's just do this. I'm like, okay, we're going to work on this thing right here. So I'm actually drawing on the screen using Pro Mouse. So it's good if you're doing any sort of tutorials like me. Okay. Pretty cool. We have Text Expander. Of course, know how to zoom on a Mac and PC is going to help out a lot. Text Expander, anytime I need an address. ADD. Of course, it's not going to work for me now. Good times. Text Expander. There you are. So your emails, any sort of shortcuts that you want for text, you can go ahead and use Text Expander for that. So that's also what I use. Cool. Down to the last couple minutes. I think Unclutter's only available on a Mac. And I just want to apologize, Fury. You're amazing, by the way. So thanks for hanging out. I apologize for this being so Mac-centric. I need to do a PC version of this. But I typically work on a Mac. All right, so let's do this really fast. I was actually asked this. Let's see who asked this. Jeff Yass asked me this the other day. How do you randomly colorize graphics in Illustrator? Right, and that's what I want to show you right now. We'll do this really fast. Jump back over. And it's something that's not built in, but you want to get involved with sort of scripts. So I want to do a random swatches fill, and that's just answering his question. Selecting all these squares, selecting the swatches. So I'm just selecting the string of swatches. We'll go to scripts, random swatches fill, and now they're randomly filled. Okay, so that's what it does. I decide, you know what, I just want it to be all these cool tones. Select all those cool tones. Random swatches fill. Boom. Done and done. And let's not forget about the extensions or the plugins that we have for these different apps. So you can always browse plugins, and sure enough, you can find plugins again, which are related to scripts in a way, right in here in your Creative Cloud desktop app. So maybe I'll review some of those. I think that would be fun to do, just to kind of check out and find out which your favorites might be, right? Dropbox transfer, also watermarks. I use this, here's watermark. I use this free stock search, watermark, pixel squid. Those are kind of my top ones, just so you know. And again, where are they? They're just available right in here, as you can see, under plugins. Cool. Ooh, brand fetch. Oh, now that I have like 10 seconds left, here's another one called brand fetch. Okay, I need Photoshop. Again, hold on. Shop. There we go. Adobe Photoshop. Bam, there it is. Oh, because I just want to grab this logo just to sort of mark this design as being a Photoshop design. Sure enough, there it is. All right, that's brand fetch. That's my time, folks. Thanks for hanging out with me. I think it's going to be a fantastic week. Think about what you want to accomplish this week, and let's go do it, shall we? I'll see you on Friday for sure for the master classes. Thanks so much. I appreciate you all. And stick around. We have a Daily Creative Challenge coming up next. We'll see you all soon. Thanks, everybody.